All right, welcome back to a brand new explainer. Let's jump right into this, because today we are opening the door to what is arguably one of the most cinematic, mysterious, and honestly profoundly impactful concepts you will ever find in ancient mystical texts. We're actually going to explore the hidden architecture of reality itself, and we'll be doing that by looking deeply at the Zohar and a legendary story of Joseph. You know, if you've ever found yourself wondering how your thoughts, your dreams, and especially your words physically shape the world around you, well, you are absolutely in the right place. We are going to decode the cosmic mechanics of human potential.
Okay, let's dive into this right away. There is a foundational secret from the Zohar. Specifically, we're looking at Part 1, Parashat Vayeshev, page 183b, and it states a rule that is absolutely crucial. All dreams follow the spoken interpretation, or if you want the original Aramaic, Kol Chalmin Dalma Aslan Batar Pishra. Now, I really need to emphasize this. This isn't just some poetic metaphor about, having a positive attitude. Not at all. The Zohar is giving us a literal, mechanical law of the universe here. It's telling us that the images floating around in your head at night, they are just raw, unformed energy. It is the actual physical vibration of human speech that locks that energy into our physical reality.
So here's our roadmap for the journey today. We'll start with the mystery of Joseph's dreams. Then we'll look at dreams as encrypted cloud data, explore the exact Sephirotic mechanics at play, dive into the colors of judgment, understand speech as the execution command, and finally, look at how you are shaping reality.
Section 1. The Mystery of Joseph's Dreams.
To truly grasp these heavy, complex Kabbalistic mechanics, we really need to ground them in a tangible story. So I want you to picture this in rich 4K cinematic detail. Literally close your eyes and imagine the deep night sky over the ancient tents of Canaan. Just picture the camp. Joseph is standing there right before his older brothers. The atmosphere is unbelievably tense, just thick with electric anticipation. And he starts describing his dream world to them. He tells them about sheaves of wheat out in the fields suddenly bowing down to his sheaf. He describes the cosmos itself, the sun, the moon, and these trembling stars above, all bowing to him. And as he speaks, his brothers are just standing there listening with burning eyes, their jealousy completely igniting. It's a massive scene. And the crazy thing is, in this very moment, words are leaving Joseph's mouth and actively shaping his entire destiny.
Notice that Joseph specifically mentions 11 stars bowing to him. Now, on a literal level, these 11 stars obviously represent his brothers, but mystically, they represent the cosmic elements of the 12 tribes of Israel, completely waiting in a state of pure, raw potential to be shaped into physical reality. Keep in mind, there are two distinct dreams here, and they represent monumental shifts in the spiritual ecosystem. But here's the catch. The problem wasn't actually what Joseph dreamed. The problem was how that dream was processed.
Section 2. Dreams as Encrypted Cloud Data. Now, to transition from that incredible historical narrative to the actual metaphysical problem of unformed energy, we have to talk about the concept of Pardes. Pardes literally translates to orchard, but in our sources, it represents this hidden, multidimensional space where all spiritual secrets and raw, unformed potential reside. It's the hidden framework. When you dream, your soul essentially ascends into this space. But the Zohar explains a very tricky rule about this. A dream always contains a mixture of truth and falsehood. It's like wheat mixed with chaff. So what you're seeing up there is just raw, unverified data floating around in a higher dimension.
Now, what's really interesting about this concept is how well it maps to modern technology. Think of it like a tech analogy. The hidden energy of a dream is essentially encrypted cloud data. It is a massive, incredibly powerful file of pure potential just sitting there on a cosmic server. But as we all know, an encrypted file doesn't actually do anything on its own, right? It just sits there. The spoken interpretation of that dream is the execution command. It is literally the pressing of the enter key. The spoken interpretation determines exactly how that raw code runs down here in the physical world.
Section 3. Sephirotic Mechanics of Interpretation.
So you might be wondering, how exactly does this code travel from the cosmic cloud down to our physical screens? Well, let's talk cosmic engineering for the adults here. The mystical texts map this entire process out through the Sephirot, the divine channels of energy. First, the dream energy flows through the Sephirot of Yesod, which acts as the ultimate dream channel and foundational pipeline. And as a quick aside, it's fascinating to note that Joseph himself actually represents the Sephirot of Yesod in this tradition. From Yesod, the energy moves into Hod. Hod is the decoding space. It's the reverberation where the meaning of the data starts to take shape. But it's not done yet. Finally, it absolutely must drop into Malkut. Malkut is the realm of physical action, and its primary tool, speech. Without dropping into Malkut, that energy simply cannot materialize.
The Zohar sums this up so beautifully when it says, an uninterpreted dream is like an unread letter. Think about that. It's just sitting in your inbox, completely unread, unexecuted. Without malkut, without the physical, vibratory power of speech to rip open that letter, the cosmic code just remains suspended. It has zero physical footprint. The mouth literally acts as the mechanism that pulls the potential down into reality.
Section 4. Colors of Judgment and Truth.
But here's where it gets really intense. It's not just about pulling the energy down. It's about how it gets colored along the way. The text Pardes Rimonim associates different Sephirot with specific colors to help us visualize their energetic impact, and this brilliantly illustrates the stakes of interpretation. When a dream is interpreted with hostility, jealousy, or harshness, it channels the energy of Gevurah, which is represented by the color red. Injecting red into a dream's code injects severe judgment and massive delay. On the other hand, if you do a holy, positive decoding, you channel Chesed and Sephirot represented by white, and that allows the clarified truth to emerge beautifully, harmoniously, right through the darkness.
Section 5. Speech as the Execution Command.
So keeping those intense colors in mind, let's bring these cosmic mechanics directly back to Joseph's fatal mistake. By eagerly telling his unformed dream to his incredibly jealous brothers, Joseph essentially handed over his highly sensitive, encrypted cloud data to the worst possible administrators. And how did his brothers respond? They said, "Will you indeed reign over us, or will you indeed have dominion over us?" Listen closely, because in that exact moment, they provided the interpretation, they spoke the words, they hit the enter key. By voicing this hostile interpretation out loud, they injected the harsh red energy of Gevurah straight into Joseph's Yesod channel. They basically ran his life's code with a virus of harsh judgment.
And the staggering real-world consequence of hitting that enter key? 22 years. If you want to explain this to your kids, give them the video game version. It's like a video game where Joseph found a legendary treasure chest containing his ultimate destiny. But by letting his bitter rivals guess the password, they spawned a massive, brutal boss fight that took him 22 agonizing levels, 22 whole years of delay to finally beat. Now back to our adult cosmic engineering terms, exposing that raw, vulnerable Yesod energy to severe Gevurah literally hard-coded a 22-year structural delay into the very fabric of his physical reality. 22 years of slavery, false imprisonment, and complete separation from his father, all because of a spoken interpretation.
Section 6. Shaping Your Own Reality.
Now, as you'll see, this is absolutely not just a history lesson about Joseph. This is the underlying operating system of your daily life. Your words open channels. Every single time you speak, you are providing an execution command for the unformed dimensions hovering right around you. Whether it's a weird dream you had last night, a new idea you're pitching at work, or even just how you interpret a passing, ambiguous comment from a friend, your spoken interpretation binds pure potential into physical reality. It's that simple. If you choose to speak red, if you vocalize harsh judgments and cynicism, you manifest delay and friction. But if you practice holy decoding, if you consciously choose to speak white, projecting clarifying truth and compassion over your life and the lives of your family, you execute a code of true fulfillment.
So, I want you to really chew on that this week. Every single time you open your mouth, you are literally pressing enter on the universe. So what does this all mean for you right now? How will your words shape your reality this week? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.